Good people, what's up? What's good? You guys are listening to your favorite podcast, Connecting the Dots. It's your boy, Caleb Smith.
And it is me, Kimmy Coco.
And today we have two very special people in the building. You've probably seen them on Instagram, giving knowledge, inspiring the community. Prince Donnell Keith, a.k.a. ATL Taxman. We appreciate you guys coming through. How y'all feeling?
I'm feeling amazing, man. Had a long weekend. Grinding, back to Philly, and getting ready for tax season.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. It's the end of the year.
It's time to make the money.
Industry, what's going on?
Yes, sir. And so far, correct me if I'm wrong, y'all right now have the #1 fastest growing tax business right now, correct?
That is correct. We are the fastest growing minority owned and just tax company in general in 2019, and we plan to do it in 2020 as well.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
We love that.
So starting off, King, how did you guys even form JumpingJackTax as well? How did that begin? What even made you say, I need to get into the tax business as a whole?
Well, I think one of the biggest things my father-in-law taught me is that you don't want to be a product of your environment. Instead, you want your environment to decide what kind of product you're going to sell.
That's deep.
Right? I'll say it again for those.
Yeah. Say it one more time.
You don't want to be a product of your environment. Instead, you want your environment to decide what kind of product you're going to sell. What that means is if we all were to drive around our communities right now, we all want to buy the block, right? That's the new thing. I want to go into real estate, buy the block. But what about buying the services that are inside of that community that are making billions of dollars that we don't have access to and we're not even paying attention to right now?
You're right.
You got your tax offices every year, January through April, that's making billions of dollars.
Yes, sir.
Right? You can look up that industry. You got the hair care industry, the beauty industry, which is owned by Asians. 95% of that industry is owned by Asians.
It's monopoly.
Monopolized.
Yeah.
And they making billions of dollars. And then you got the laundromats, and then you got the dry cleaners. Then you got, what about those places that we're not tapping into that everybody in our community is spending money with every single day?
Yes,
so when you think about it, it was a no-brainer, to be honest with you. I'm just going into an industry that I know already works and revolutionizing it so that those in our community can now have an opportunity to get into it as well.
Yes, sir.
The problem with it is this. In order to start a franchise with another tax company, they was charging $80,000 to $100,000 to open it up, and you got to have $250K in liquid cash.
Wow.
Who in our community got that kind of money to be able to go into that kind of industry?
On the spot.
It's not possible. Right. Or you can't even get a loan because 9 times out of 10 your credit not right. So you messed up really. So they didn't have to say no. They just had to make it so out of reach from a financial standpoint that now they blocked this right out. So we came along and said, yo, listen, we want to provide an opportunity for people to be able to make money. And the only way for you to be wealthy is that you got to make other people rich. Right?
Yeah, that's deep.
So the #1 word that I like going into 2020 is distribution. How exactly can we distribute the wealth? So with JumpingJackTax, we created the company, we started doing taxes, and then that's when we said to ourselves, how exactly can we now expand this out to where we got 400, 500, 1,000, 1,500 minority-owned people that now have access to the tax industry as well so that they can make hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions of bucks. And by them doing it, we become wealthy.
That's powerful.
Right, yeah.
That's powerful. As a leader, a founder of a great business, your right-hand man is everything. So what made you think, hey, my man Keith, I should put him on the team?
That's a great question.
Thank you.
I'm going to tell y'all this story.
Let me get some water because this is
right.
No, listen, man. And this should be a lesson for every new entrepreneur coming into any industry. The level of tenacity and hustle you got to have to be able to create a connection.
I like those
right?
words.
So basically, when we first got started licensing out JumpingJackTax, which I'll go into the difference between licensing and franchising if y'all want me to in the later segment.
Please do.
But when we started licensing out JumpingJackTax, in the beginning it was just me. Right? You think that a lot of times that you got huge teams when you're running businesses. Nah. We got an office and it's just me. I got 5 different email addresses set up, answering emails from 5 different people, so people think it was a huge corporation. Right?
Wow.
So,
Perception.
and then I'm answering all of the phones. At one point in time, we got over 1,000 leads of minority people that are like, hey, I want to start a tax business. And I'm trying to call all of them. If you ask a lot of the partners that started in the beginning stages, they all could say, yo, I spoke to Prince Donnell on the phone and he sold me and brought me all the way through the process to get me onboarded.
Wow.
That's one of the reasons why we separate ourselves from every other company, because they've never seen a CEO actually get on the phone with people to actually close a deal. Right? So I added that personal touch. But then things just started getting out of hand because I'm like, I just can't make all of these calls.
That's right.
But I'm the type of person as an entrepreneur. My hustle is that, listen, I'm going to keep doing it until I can't no more. So at 10 o'clock p.m. at night, you could ask my wife. I'm like half sleep, still answering the phone, JumpingJackTax. How can I help you?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like I'm still doing that, Like
Right.
I'm grinding.
Yes, sir.
And then Keith joins around. I think Keith got started around like May. I think Keith.
March.
Wow.
He got started around March. So he was just he was in the group. We were still innovating the company at the
Right.
time. And then around about late May, he calls me and was like, hey, I see that y'all are expanding really fast, man. This is a ground level opportunity. This is like the black owned Facebook. I want to be a part of this. Like, how can I help with sales? Listen, he told me he worked at Enterprise and he was their top salesman over there, and that he could do the same thing with us over at JumpingJackTax to help us expand. He called me on the phone, told me that. I said, nah, I'm not interested.
Wow.
Right? I told him no. He'll tell you. I said, I'm not interested. I really wasn't.
Savage.
That's not what I was looking for at the time.
Yeah.
So he's like, listen, man, just keep me in mind. I said, all right, I'll just talk to somebody. I'll get back to you. Hung up the line. He texted me the next day and was like, yo, don't forget about me. I'm still interested in being on board the team. I'm like, all right, man. This dude texted me. I still didn't say anything back. I said, I got you. But I really I was busy, Then he calls me again and was like, yo, just verifying, yo, did you talk to your team, whoever you need to talk to? I'm like, let me talk to this guy on the phone because God must be telling me something to get this guy on the team. So I call him, I get him on the phone again, and I'm like, yo, what's up? We have a conversation. And then I'm like, yo, I'm really gonna talk to my team because of course I got a team. I got, my wife, my father-in-law, they're like they were the main team, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, let me talk to them, let me see what we can do and I'll get back to you. So he's like, all right, yo, don't forget about me. I'm still busy. So it's been like 24 hours. He texts me again. Yo, please make sure you spoke to your team about this because I'm interested in wanting to be on board. So I talked to the team and then finally I'm like, yo, this dude's tenacity is crazy. Yo, let's bring him on board. So brought Keith on board. He was just an executive partner at the time, not the COO of the company.
Wow.
As an executive partner, he just started doing things that nobody else in the company was doing. He started responding back to direct messages on our social media page. He started putting together subgroups inside of our group chat. He started organizing out our organization and talking to all of our partners on the phone to motivate them. And I'm just like, damn, I didn't tell this dude to do any of this. He just took it upon himself to do it. So I'm like, man, listen, if it's hungry people on your team, you never tell them that they doing too much.
Amen.
You get what I'm saying? You continue to promote that, and I'm like, yo, I need somebody like this. And then next thing you know, I'm like, yo, Keith, man, your drive is so crazy, bro. I want you to be right next to me, a part of this company. And that's when he became the COO of JumpingJackTax.
Wow.
And then he's making a huge sacrifice right now. He'll tell you, since we're in Philadelphia, he lives here in Atlanta. His family, his wife, his kids are here in Atlanta. So he's flying back to Philadelphia from Monday through Thursday to help build the company with JumpingJackTax. And then flying back home to his family from Friday to Sunday because he sees the vision behind the fact that, yo, he's going to change his family life.
It's a sacrifice.
And I'm saying this on camera right now that he's going to change his family's life.
Yes, sir.
By being connected to me and being connected to this company, we're going to achieve extraordinary things. And that's what happened. And I'm just glad to have him on the team. Since having him on the team, we've expanded 200 plus more offices because of it.
That's beautiful.
So Keith, on the other side of the phone and text, what was going through your mind? What was it about this business that made you so tenacious in your pursuit of being a part of it?
So when I joined Enterprise,
I think you got to talk it to the mic, Keith. I think that's a podcast.
Keep chilling.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you know, old people don't know that. So for me, when I got on board and I saw the vision, when I was working for Enterprise, we had this book that you get an opportunity to read when you join, and it basically kind of outlines the whole story of how the ground floor was laid out. If you read this, if you have an entrepreneur's mindset, for me it was like, this is crazy. Like you get to read how it all unfolded. So when I ran into the opportunity, when I got with them, I was like, I heard this story before. Like I read this somewhere before, and I was thinking like, this is what was happening with Enterprise when it was on the ground floor. It's like, yo, there's no way I'm not going to be a part of this. So I started doing what servant leaders do. I just started serving. I was like, I'm going to serve my way to get to my position. And
When you were calling and texting, I want to go back there.
You want to go there?
Kim want the specifics.
Where did you find out about the tax business, and what made you say I want to be a part of that?
So I saw him. I believe he was posted on somewhere on IG. I was fairly new to IG. I only been on Instagram maybe like a little over a year. But I only started my page because I was an entrepreneur. So just to start connecting with that network, and I just happened to run into him on one of the business pages that he posts on, and so.
And by the way, before stop right there, nobody happens to run across me. It's intentional, but we'll talk about that.
Okay.
So the partner that I was actually with, they were not paying us like they were supposed to. So we were doing taxes. The whole tax season had gone by. We hadn't received a check. I'm calling partners all across the country, Hawaii, everywhere. Anybody been paid? Nobody's been paid. We don't really know what's going on. So I'm like, yo. So I just started I had to figure out, because I already invested this. You know what I'm saying? I already took some of my family's time and money and started this. I'm like, no, I can't just it can't just end. I have to figure out how to finish this. So he says he intentionally posted where I found him. So so that's how it happened. I saw him. He presented the opportunity. And that's how I initially became a partner. Then the story that he just told you is how I actually became an executive partner and started actually
Then your
selling.
ethics and your morals kicked in, and
Absolutely.
you just did what you had to do with your opportunity.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Wow. So when you first started this business, which is amazing now, what made you say that I can actually do this? Because it's difficult. Like, you have a great partner, a great wife. So how do you even mold that relationship and stay focused on that and focus on a great startup business as well? Like, how does all of that work?
Well, I'll tell y'all a story, and I'm glad I'm here in Atlanta because this is a true story. I got a lot of stories, man. I'll tell y'all. Last time I was here in Atlanta, we were driving down. I'm sorry. We weren't in Atlanta yet. We were driving from Philadelphia to Atlanta. This had to be about a month ago.
Okay.
We always drive the Jumping Jack Tax vehicle because our car is wrapped. So for a lot of just start here. For a lot of entrepreneurs, if you really care about your business, if you're really serious about your business, why don't you wrap your car? Because that's the very thing that everybody sees all day long. You can park it right out on the street. Anywhere that you're going, your car is wrapped. They can always contact you. If you don't got that wrapped, how serious are you really about your business? And it's a tax write-off by wrapping your vehicle. So if you got a lease vehicle or you own the car and you're making car payments on it, if you wrap the vehicle, all your payments are deductible.
That's right.
So you know, that's beside the point. But we driving down. We always drive about 12 hours. Atlanta, take the Jumping Jack Tax Mobile. As we're driving down, my wife's in the back seat. Me and Keith are in the front. My videographer Van is in the second level. He's not here today. He's back home. But as we're driving, it's like 12 o'clock a.m. and I'm on the road. I'm trying to get down there, and my wife just starts screaming like, "Oh my God! Oh my God!" I'm like, I spin the wheel and I'm about to crash into the truck next day. I'm like, yo, why are you screaming in the back like that? Like, what's going on? I'm nervous.
Yeah.
And she's like, yo, Jesse Itzler just reached out to me and said he wanted to shoot content with me. Y'all know who Jesse Itzler is?
I'm not familiar.
All right, I'll tell you in a second. So Jesse Itzler just reached out to me. He wanted to shoot content with me. Now, Jesse Itzler, he is the husband of Sarah Blakely. Do y'all know who Sarah Blakely is?
She an actress?
No, Sarah Blakely is the founder of Spanx. Y'all know Spanx, right?
Yeah, most definitely.
One of the most wide-known companies in the world. She is she's the first, I believe, woman billionaire that had no investors. Not one. She bootstrapped her company all the way up to $1 billion.
Respect. Wow.
And then Jesse Itzler, let's talk about the respect level for him. He sold multiple $100 million companies, multiple marquee jets. It was a water company that he sold. Like, dude's a beast, monster. So she's like, he wanted to shoot content with me. So I'm like, damn, okay, great. And he lives in Atlanta, whatever. So she's like, yes, I'm waiting for him to send the address. So, all right, cool. We get to Atlanta. We do what we got to do. Next thing you know, his publicist sends over the address and was like, yo, Jesse got 15 minutes to shoot content. Only 15. Keith missed this because I think he went home. Shame on Keith. He missed it. He was like, he only got 15 minutes.
Wow.
So we like, all right, cool. So we drive over. He gives us the address to his house.
Wow.
So a billionaire give his address to his crib. Don't even know us.
It's a huge opportunity.
So we drive to the house, whatever. We get there. Crib is huge, by the way. Like, I'm talking about like a tri-level crib. It's basketball court, rock climbing gym, all that in the basement.
Wow.
I never saw a house with 2 basements. You ever
Wow.
saw that before?
Never.
Me either.
Yeah.
That was my first time.
Wow.
It was 2 basements in the house. So we sit down. He's coming from a run. He's sweating when he gets there and was like, "Yo, y'all ready to shoot content?" Out of breath and everything. So we go to sit down, and we start talking. And by the way, Jesse, just to give y'all more clarity about who he is, he's ran over 25,000 miles. I think he's ran like thousands of miles over the course of 25 years. He's ran about 4 miles a day for the past 25 years.
Wow.
On the amount of miles that he's ran. Like the dude is like, it's crazy. So I sit down with him and I'm like, yo, the first question I asked him is, yo, Jesse, I'm sure a lot of people want to know because you're a billionaire and you're married to a billionaire as well, and y'all got 3 kids and you run multiple successful companies. I'm like, Jesse, what type of discipline level do you need to have in order to reach that height? Like, you know, like you
That's
just
real.
asked me,
Yeah.
how do you juggle both?
Right.
I'm like, I asked him that exact question. How do you
Yeah.
do it? I said, what type of discipline? He looked me straight in the eyes and said, Don, I don't want you to ever use the word discipline a day again in your life. I said, but that's all that I know, Jesse.
Right.
Everybody told me I got to be disciplined. He said, there's no person in the United States of America that can be disciplined their entire life. Not one. Everybody's going to go through slumps. Everybody's going to go through some level of depression or not feel good. He said, but let me ask you a question. Whenever you are not feeling good, whenever you're depressed, whenever a situation happens to you, do you stop getting in the shower? I said, no. He said, do you stop brushing your teeth?
Wow.
I said, no. He said, do you stop eating food or not going to your job and clocking in at 9 to 5? I said, no. And he said, you want me to tell you why? I said, why? He said, because it's lifestyle. Your lifestyle is to get in the shower. Your lifestyle is to brush your teeth. Your lifestyle is to go to that 9 to 5. It's so ingrained inside of you that it's like second nature. And he said, until you get to the point to where your business, to where your wife, your family, and everything that you do is lifestyle and is second nature, you're never going to be successful. You're never going to reach $1 billion. It got to be ingrained in you to where it's like, I'm not making a decision to do it. It just happens.
Wow.
So I don't really have an answer for you to that question on how do I juggle between my business and my wife, because it just happens. It's just lifestyle for me.
Your wife is a
Wow.
part of it too, so that helps out a lot, right?
Well, my wife's the co-founder of JumpingJackTax, but
Right.
she also runs like 5 different
Yeah,
other companies.
Sprinkler Jesus.
But I will tell you that my wife is my I don't even know what word to put on it. She is my confidant. She is the brains to this organization.
beast.
She
Yeah.
is I've never seen a woman like her before. I will say that. Never seen one like her before. And I honestly believe that is bringing me into that part is that women are amazing leaders. Women are amazing leaders. We put more respect on women in their leadership qualities. Man, dudes who run companies will be a lot further ahead. The reason why I'm a lot further ahead is because
to a
I
woman.
allow my wife to step up and use that leadership and not me feeling uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of men feel uncomfortable and nah, you need to step down. Don't be
That
too.
shows true confidence in
Don't be
yourself.
too. Yeah, I'm like, yo, honey,
Yeah.
go listen, be free, do
Yeah.
you. I'm
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Whenever you need me to step in, I'm in. But whenever I need you to step in, you
That's
in too.
right.
And that's what's helped us to expand to another level.
That's beautiful, man. Key for yourself. You here in Atlanta, in the A, and there's so much going on right here in the city, so many black people. So how do you feel about this great opportunity right now, opening up a new business, Jumping Jack Taxes, happening right here? So what are your goals right now for the city of Atlanta?
Definitely, which is one of the reasons why I responded to the request to even be able to come out, was just what we're doing in Philly and even across different parts of the country is just something that I wanted to make sure was imparted here in Atlanta. If you don't know, if you haven't followed, we've purchased already 2 community centers in Philadelphia. So what does that mean to the community? That means that now our Jumping Jack Tax partners are in these community centers, and we're going to be able to not only take care of everyone's taxes, but we're going to be able to provide financial literacy classes.
Oh, that's great.
We're going to be able to teach them how to buy instead of renting. We're going to teach them the
Change
importance
the
of
world.
life insurance, so you're not passing down generational curses to your kids just because you died and you didn't even prepare
That's a
for
fact.
it.
Yeah.
We're going to teach them about a will so that you can make sure whatever little $5 you put together, you can even pass that
Treat
along
it
and
right.
not tie it up in probate courts and then have the court take 70% of it just because you were
70%.
unprepared.
Or you waited 3-4 years to get it.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's just things like that. And so the vision, like I said, at the ground floor of watching what they wanted to do, is so amazing, and I'm like, man, this has to be in Atlanta, like this, it has to be everywhere, really.
Yeah.
And the goal is to get it everywhere, but it's like, okay, what can I do to make sure we have that in my area? How does my community get affected directly where I live at?
That's right.
And so that's why it was so important for me to bring it on, to connect with them. Because I don't know if you know, it's so easy for us to hire employees and put employees in those community centers to do these taxes. I don't know if you noticed what I said. I said they are letting partners go in the community center. So the partners are receiving the profits from these centers. So the partners are taking 100% of their profits of the taxes that they do home. That's a lot different from paying them. I believe the salary is $9 to $12 an hour for a tax preparer.
I never knew that. 9 to 12.
And they're generating over $250,000 for the tax company. But now instead, we're allowing our partners that are in our ecosystem to come sit inside of our office and prepare taxes, take home majority of the profits. And the best part about it, they get to go upstairs and go to sleep too, because we we bought multi-units, which means that our idea was for the Jumping Jack Tax partners to be able to eat, breathe, and sleep taxes. The only way to do that is, like, imagine if I got an hour commute back home after I'm leaving the community center. It's like, damn, I can't really focus.
That's tough.
So why not them be able to come to the office, get taxes done, and then walk up right upstairs, and we have a room for them to be able to sleep. And that's what we're doing. They're able to sleep upstairs, come back downstairs to get taxes done, go back upstairs and sleep, and do the whole thing all over.
Wow.
We're the only tax company that has ever done that. And we're the only tax company that has built our own mobile application to where right now, if you were to download Jumping Jack Tax on your phone, you can download the app, and then you can put it. It'll search your location, and it'll find the closest tax professional in your area.
Wow.
We're the only company that has done that.
So how do you get that app? What's on your website?
Oh, my wife builds mobile applications. She owns Alakazam apps. So again, I only believe in spending money inside of an ecosystem, right?
Yeah.
So my wife builds apps. I'm getting my app done by my wife's company, right? And then the same way, the partners, they signed up to be a part of Jumping Jack Tax, and to license the brand, I'm only allowing partners to be able to take care of the taxes inside of the community center. Everything goes in a circle, and I think that's what we need to do inside of our communities to begin with.
That's right.
We got to circulate the dollar, but everybody likes to talk about circulating dollars, but are they actually doing it? Are they actually doing it? It's good to come on a podcast, some we need to circulate dollars, like people that come on here and they super woke. Yeah, that's cool, you woke, but are you taking action with your wokeness? You get what I'm saying? And if you're not doing that, then it ain't really nothing for us to talk about. We're taking action with the wokeness, meaning that we've already done this already. We're actually doing it. Partners are actually in our offices making 100% of the profits. I'm actually spending money with my family for all of their services.
That's right.
All of our family members are making hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions of dollars, because we all are in position to win.
Yeah.
We not just talking about it. I don't come on here and talk about things that I don't do, or giving people advice that I haven't done myself.
That's respect.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Right. And that's how we got to operate.
Yes, sir.
That's how we operate.
So if they go to the Apple or Google Play Store, either one,
It's
and then Jumping Jack Tax, they put it in, download it, comes right up.
Simple.
The map will pop up, zoom right in, and you find your tax preparer near you.
So do they have to come physically to one of your locations, or do you guys have like a mobile person that you can sit and talk to on the phone?
Yeah, so that's a great question. So we actually are going to be able to provide virtual services.
Great.
So we are the Uber of tax professionals.
What?
I like
So
that.
basically, we're going to be able to provide them concierge virtual services where they can do it from the convenience of their home, from work. We were talking to a lady that was driving the other day. We did the whole process while she was driving on a Zoom call. We did the
amazing.
transactions. We did everything. She sent her information through the secure portal. And there it was done. We'll have her return completed within 72 hours. However, we do have stores that have brick and mortars across the country. So it just
Whichever
depends
they
upon-
like.
And Keith has you have a location too. That's here in Atlanta.
Correct.
Where is it?
Keith
Tell
got a
them
physical
where it
location
is.
in Atlanta.
Stockbridge, right?
So yeah, if you come to Stockbridge
Oh,
at
okay,
82
yeah.
Georgia Highway 138,
Yes, sir.
You'll find ATL Tax Man. That's my office.
I love that.
We are a Jumping Jack Tax partner. I also have took the initiative to implement the partners. So there are partners in my office that are keeping a portion of the money, just like the ecosystem is designed to. And so what you want to do is just come out, because the difference between us, and you'll get that question, what's different about you? We have certified preparers that are actually going to be able to input knowledge into you and give you an actual tax experience so that you know what's going on.
So the bigger brands of old, I've in the past gone to them. I learned my lesson very quickly because they are expensive and they are kind of like generic cookie cutter tax advice, right? I think that dealing with someone from your own community that looks like you might help you, because you might be reluctant to tell someone what I told you earlier. We're not going to say
He was already talking business, though.
But we may have some specific issues, and you might feel more compelled to give more advice. Correct me if I'm wrong.
That's
better
the goal.
advice to people in your community, so that they can take what they learned and spread it. So I think that that's great. We have an election coming up, and we have 50 million people running. But has anyone's tax ideas struck you guys as good? Like, who do you think that's running now that's come out with a tax idea, or what they're going to do if they're elected? Which one do you think is better off for us? Because I've heard a lot of people talk about what they're going to do to the billionaires and what they're going to do to the top 1%. But what tax plan do you think that they've come up with would be better for us?
So I would love to answer that question, but our community is not even ready to even address that question, because our community doesn't even go and get their taxes done.
Well, he was reading my mind, yo.
Really?
It's
I already saw
crazy.
your facial
It's
expression.
crazy.
Yeah.
Keith was
Well,
reading
some
my
of
mind.
us do. The ones that do.
Yeah, well,
we try to
the-
reach everybody, and we
Yeah.
suggest everyone do their taxes.
Yeah.
Well,
Here's the-
so this is what when I give you the answer. So it's not to say that that's not important. Love the question. What we want to do is we want to empower people to have the courage to even know to go out and get this done. Specifically men. We do have women that are not getting their taxes done, but it's just something that is just not important. So overall, people are not getting their taxes done.
That's a fact.
There's
In
a
our community.
million. I believe it's 1.2 million people a year that don't file taxes. Where do you think the largest majority of those people are?
And that's just on paper.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so we're talking about people that never have gone to file. Those are the people that I want to talk to today.
Where y'all at?
Yeah, just don't give him more camera. Don't
You
give him more
have
camera.
Like they deserve a whooping.
So it's great to want
1.2
to
million a
address
year. Wow.
what's out there with the presidential candidates are bringing to the table and want to do that. But hey, we focus on the ground floor. First of all, can we just go and get our taxes done? Can we understand that there's a process and things that need to be done every year so that we can have a financial position to teach our kids and get them stop going to check cash in places. We're trying to get
Check
that basic
cash in places.
knowledge.
Y'all not doing that no more,
yeah,
right?
they
Still
are.
going on.
Here's my thing too. And
And
I'm
those-
glad you said that, Keith. There's no president that's going to change my household.
Right.
That's deep. Yeah.
I'm the leader. I'm the leader of my
gotta take care of
household.
business.
I got to take care of me. So if I'm
Yeah.
expecting for a president to send down a gold parachute to
That's
come
real.
change me, that ain't happening.
Yeah.
That's real.
Last time I thought about a president was years ago.
And it still
Barack
ain't
Obama. Listen, I don't care about
Yeah.
that. To me, I'm changing my family. I'm changing my communities.
That's real.
We keep waiting on somebody else, a savior, to come and
Yeah.
save us, bro. We
Yeah.
save ourselves through group economics.
Yeah.
Let me explain something to you. Yesterday, when we were in Orlando, this is a real story. This is group economics.
Less than 24 hours
where
ago.
we all are presidents, right? Watch, where we can all make decisions and changes in our lives. Yesterday when we were in Orlando, there was a guy named Dominique Dixon, and him and his wife, he was 21 years old, and the guy stands up and he says, yo, I got started with JumpingJackTax with my last $500.
Oh,
It
wow.
costs $5,000. The license right now is $5,000 right now. Don't quote me on this. I don't know when y'all dropping this, but the price is definitely gonna go up. So he's like, yeah, man, I dropped my last $500. I only got $4,500. I'm still got a $4,500 balance. He's like, yeah, man. So me and my wife is going through some issues, but I found you on social media, Don, and you were talking to me about being a great husband, and me and my wife fixed our relationship because we were, we were on like a little pitfall for 3 months. He said, but me and my wife live in a hotel. We live in a hotel right now, $260 a week. Me, my wife, and my daughter, and they got another kid on the way. $260 a week living in a hotel. Can you imagine that? Like, we gotta be thankful for what we got right now.
Amen.
We got people living in hotels.
Amen.
This dude, and he invested his last $500 living in a hotel to start Jumping Jack Tax. What kind of energy do you got of making an investment into yourself every time you make an excuse of not wanting to start that business? Somebody in a hotel did this, yo.
Right.
So, dude said that, and of course, this is what presidency is. We in a room with 30 other Jumping Jack Tax partners, and they heard this information, and then Keith was the first one that says, yo, I don't know about anybody else, but since you living in a hotel, I'm gonna pay your first week of your hotel fees. That $260 is on me for next week. 5 other partners stood up and said, I'm gonna pay your $260 too. So now he got 6 weeks of all of his hotel stay paid for right now, so he don't gotta worry about that, right? All 6 partners stood up and paid it. He's 6 weeks up. Now, Keith put something inside of our group chat. We have a group chat with over 500 plus Jumping Jack Tax partners. This is group economics. He put the message in there and said, 911, we have a Jumping Jack Tax partner right now who lives in a hotel. And if you've been in a situation where you're in the struggle, please just donate some money so that we can get this man hotel fees paid so that we can at least place a relief on his family. Within an hour, $2,000 was raised from all of our Jumping Jack Tax partners. $2,000 was raised plus another $2,000 inside of that Orlando conference. He had $4,000 that was raised in a matter of an hour. We cashed out him the money. His hotel fees is paid for the next 6 months. Is the president going to do that for me?
No.
Or the people in my community that I'm attached to going to do that for me?
Yes, sir.
And that's why we created Jumping Jack Tax. It's deeper than just taxes, bro. It's deeper than taxes, sis.
No.
This is about community. This is about group economics. And here's the bigger picture. By offering a vehicle like taxes, we're just providing a way for the people in our minorities, the people in our community to make some money, right? And service our community at the same time. Imagine how different this picture is now. Next year, after tax season, we now have hundreds of people that are part of Jumping Jack Tax that just came off of a $100,000 season. Now somebody else is in need. They got a 911 situation.
It's no problem.
Or it's a building that we want to buy because it's abandoned and it's messing up our communities. And we go to all the partners and say, yo, can all of y'all put up $10,000 to be able to help this person to be able to buy this building? And now within literally hours, 50 partners raise hundreds of thousands of dollars. Within days, we go to buy that building. Within days. Within minutes, we're able to help somebody that's in need by paying their entire rent for the year. If anything, with the amount of money that we're going to have, we're going to be able to, that dude that's sitting in the hotel, my goal is the next time somebody says that to me, we actually raise enough money in a matter of an hour to buy him a house. Like that. Yo, let's go buy you a crib right now in cash. You paid for it. That's the type of vibe that we on.
Simple.
Wow.
And speaking on group economics and Kim, that was a great question. When I see you guys and what y'all have going on, y'all have a great black-owned business. But one of those challenges is sometimes our own people. So how do you guys overcome those stigmas of, yeah, they do taxes, but it's a black-owned business. I'm not sure if I can trust them or are they scamming? How do you overcome those type of trials as well?
I've never heard of that before.
Yeah. So you didn't have to worry about it.
I never heard of that before.
Exactly.
So honestly, to answer your question, I don't listen to things like that because that's just negative talk to me.
That's right.
Never heard that before.
Yeah.
I don't agree with that statement.
Yeah.
And we're going to continue to move to where the people in our community are supporting us. We're going to be the difference here.
That's right.
We're going to operate with the level of integrity, with the level of professionalism, and it's not going to be about color. It's going to be about the fact that we are the best.
Yes, sir.
Right? Now, here's my thing. I will say this. I do not believe that someone who is black should just support somebody else who is black just because they own a business, but the service is horrible. I don't believe in that.
That's agreed.
Okay, I do believe that we support each other, but not in the sake of my service being bad.
Right.
Now, because I spoke about this with my wife before. Now, if it's like things that I want, like clothes or like small things like that, I do believe in supporting black businesses.
Simple.
The simple things.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to services, for example, if it's a flood in my basement or my roof is messed up, I'm not about to just go to a black-owned business just to support him, but he don't got the right professionalism or expertise to be able to fix this issue that could cause me massive stress.
You're right. Yeah.
So
No, we're not going
for
down the
black-owned
street to
businesses,
whoever.
you gotta prove to me that you are up to standard and code.
Yeah.
Yes, for sure, for things that I need. So yeah, we gotta step it up. We gotta be the best.
Yeah.
And if you are the best, I'm going to spend money with you, and I will put you ahead of everybody else. But show me that you're the best. Show me your work. Show me your professionalism.
Yeah.
And I'm more than willing to pull out my debit card to support you. That's the wave I'm on.
That's respect. That's respect. Kim, you got anything?
I was gonna say, a lot of people that make a lot of money now, we are bringing in more money than any other time in our history, and a lot of people that don't pay their taxes go to jail. And the first thing that they say is, well, I didn't know that it was due, I didn't know to pay, and I left this in somebody else's hands. So it is important that you are with somebody that you trust, because at the end of the day, when you sign off on that paper after they've done your taxes, you're responsible no matter who you got to do your taxes. Am I right?
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
So I mean, but there again, back to the basis of why we're even out trying to do this. You can't just sign off your taxes, and it's not okay for you just to not know what's going on.
Right. So do you guys take a hands-on approach when people bring their
Full
stuff to
hands-on.
you and just be like, look, sis, you messed up right here when you did this, or next year, or we're going to try to help you fix this? Is that the kind of caring?
Absolutely.
Okay, see, that's
Absolutely.
what I need.
I have actually a friend that I'm a credit repair partner with, and so she's like, well, I need to do this and do that, but I didn't keep my books, but I know I'm gonna have to pay. Is it a way I'm gonna be able to get around this? No.
Yeah.
See, okay, I'm glad you brought that up, because
No.
I want to address this, because I see it on Instagram, I see it on Facebook, everywhere you go. Hit me up if you want me to fix your credit. It seems like it's easy, but if people will do what you can do yourself and make you pay for it, right? I mean, sometimes you get kind of scammed,
it's a
right?
service. Well, we can get to the credit, but I mean, this credit is a service.
Yeah.
So it's not a scam. If you purchase that service, that person can provide that service for you. You know what I'm saying? So it's another business. Again, like he said, are you going to a credible source? Do they know what they're doing? Are they professional? Do they have the process down? Is there evidence that they can repair your credit?
Are there any licenses that you guys have to be tax preparers? What should the average person looking around for a tax service
I'm
look
glad you
for?
said that.
Yeah.
But before I touch that, I want to touch on a part of the scam, right?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
And look, I was
Please
just
do.
saying for black-owned businesses as a
I love
whole.
the question.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love the
No, I mean, let's be
Because
honest.
people always
People
say
always
that.
answer
There's a lot of
I love
Yeah.
the question. I love the
Yeah.
question. Here's what I say. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
If, God forbid, your mother needed brain surgery and you had to rush her in to the hospital immediately, would you want her to get surgery? Would you want her to get operated on by somebody that works at McDonald's?
Nope.
Why?
Not qualified.
Not
and
qualified.
certified as well.
Not qualified, not
Yeah.
certified. They don't have the level of experience.
That's right.
So if that's the case, then a lot of this do-it-yourself stuff, why would you go ahead and do something and operate on yourself when you don't have the level of expertise or the knowledge or the certifications to be able to do it?
Right.
So what's the downside of going to insert name of popular website that you can do your taxes on every year?
Well, it was another
question.
question that you asked too. Another question that you asked as well is like, is there any certifications that are necessary to start a tax business? What a lot of people in our communities don't know is that you don't have to have any certification to start a tax business. Right here in Georgia, right now, Joe Blow from the street can go and open up a tax business. No certification necessary, no schooling necessary. He could buy the building, rent it out, and then boom, start taking people's social security numbers and everything.
Wow.
Like that's how loose this industry is. Certain states have requirements where they require you to take certain testing,
only
but for
4 states.
98%
Yeah, I
of
think
the
Texas
of the
does.
United States,
No.
there's nothing.
Yeah.
There's nothing. People don't know that. You don't got to be a CPA. You don't got to be an accountant. You don't got to have a college degree nor a high school diploma to be able to do this. Right? And we don't know this stuff. We could have been got into this industry.
Yeah.
But where did this rumor come around? Oh, I thought you had to be an accountant. That's what people used to say to me on the phone. Nah, says who? Anybody can start this thing up. Anybody can rent out a building. Right? So, and that's what we do with JumpingJackTax. We're going to show you, well, we take a different approach. We're going to make sure that you're certified. We're going to make sure you're enrolled in online tax prep schools so you can get over 100 hours of tax prep experience. We're going to make sure that you have the proper PTIN numbers, EFIN numbers, everything that you need. And then we're also going to give you the hands-on approach to show you how to market your tax business so that you can get customers. Because a lot of people can start a tax business. That don't mean you're going to make money unless you connect it to a source. And Jumping Jack Tax is the source where we're going to show you how to make money in this. We're going to show you how to market your business. We're going to show you how to have a level of customer service, how to have that hands-on approach, right? We're going to basically push you 5 years ahead if you were to try to do it on your own.
Wow.
And that's what happens when you purchase into a license. And then that license also comes with the fact that you're able to say Jumping Jack Tax. Jumping Jack Tax is a household name now.
Yeah.
It is.
And we're going to be even bigger.
By next year.
We're going to be even bigger by next year.
Yeah.
In the next 3 years, we're going to be the biggest tax company in the country. Mark my words. For everybody that's listening to this right now, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. We're going to be the biggest. We're going to outpace everybody. We're going to do the most returns in the country. And with the most partners, we're going to have millionaires, six-figure earners that's buying back the blocks. And I'm telling you, they're going to be like, yo, how did this happen? I'm telling you, it's where it came from. I'm telling y'all where it came from.
That's right.
Just mark my words.
Yes, sir.
So to address your question, why would we go on, not just go on this set website and do it? Well, they just released a report where free platforms that are utilized, people that go in, 8 out of 10 of them have errors. That's 80%. 80%. So when the IRS pushes out a platform to tell you, oh, it's free, go on our website, do it for free. Why do you think they would want you to go on there and do that, right? Because 80% of them have errors. That means that they get to keep your money.
Wow.
They have $1.4 billion in just one tax year. We're just talking about, because the reporting's about unclaimed, just from 2015, just from that 1 year.
Yeah.
They have 1.4 billion of your dollars because you're so smart that you can go in and do it on your own. So you don't need a tax professional. So you don't get your money. And guess what happens? They're like, oh, dang, she left $2,700 on the table.
I got it. Yep.
Cool. They don't pick it up. If they work for you, they will go, hey, Kim.
Yep.
I don't know if you realized it, but it's $2,700 on here that I'm about to send it back because I want you to resubmit it. Nope, they don't. They go, oh, we got another one. And they put it in there, and they say, now we at $1.4 billion.
You guys, I really suggest that you do find these guys and let them do your taxes, because let me tell you what happened to me 1 year. I was working for a woman. I was working for a huge financial services firm. So one of the brokers started her own business, and she brought me on board because she was a great producer. But she wasn't a great administrator, okay? So when she started paying me, I wasn't getting life insurance, but she gave me a stipend for health insurance just because I'll kick in a couple of $1,000 for you. But because she didn't register it right, it was included as income on my taxes, so it put me in a different tax bracket. So I ended up owing, and that's because I didn't know that when she was paying me that money, even though it was a different line item on my pay stub, when she reported it, she was reporting it as income. So stuff like that really will mess you up if you don't have somebody like you guys to come in. And some people just don't pay attention. Like you said, how many people read their paycheck stub?
Well, let's touch that. How many people were actually told that they got to do taxes? Like, really, who set you down and said, hey, between January through April, you got to take your W-2s and everything to get your taxes done?
Well, people that want money back.
Well, no, who actually told you that?
We don't learn it in school. Our parents don't sit us down.
Was there a commercial that said that you had to get your taxes done?
No, there's a whole bunch of people out there, and they get on social media and be like, I can't wait to get my taxes.
That's spreading around false information.
And
so when you think about it, we never heard from one credible source that we had to get our taxes done between January through April.
Nope.
Half the time, we don't even know what a refund actually is. Why am I even receiving a refund to begin with?
And why is that?
Because
I don't even think that we understand.
I'm sorry.
No,
Why am I receiving a refund to begin with? Because you know where the refund comes from.
Your money.
Because it's your money because you overpaid the government.
Yeah.
So they owe you money back.
Right.
That's what it is.
And
so
they're collecting interest on that money.
You gave them a loan.
Yeah.
You gave them a loan up front, and they're paying you back. That's why it's called a refund, a payback. People don't understand that. right? Which mean and this is a whole nother conversation. I won't go deep into that, but one can adjust their W-4s to be able to get more of their money
all year round.
So they can actually adjust it all the way out to where they don't overpay the government. They can get all their money for the year.
Yeah.
I'm not giving them a lick of my money to pay me back in March, April. I want to keep that on my check. But people don't know. They don't even know why they getting a refund. You don't even know why.
It's the simple stuff.
Simple stuff. So think about it. And if you don't even know that information, why the heck are you still trying to do your taxes now?
Right.
And that was simple. We talking about more complex stuff that we go into. That was simple.
That's simple. Yeah. So throughout the year, so many things that can go on, and you don't know if you're owed money for that. If you could claim it as, something that you can get money back from, or you could just be selling yourself short if you don't get with the right people to do your taxes.
Yeah. What advice do you guys have for us to start talking about this on the daily? Because I know, especially us as black men, as guys, when we all get together, it's talking about girls, sports, what's on TV right now, this person, that person. But how do we start talking about taxes, financial literacy, all of those important things that we can actually pass down?
Have the conversation.
Yeah.
Talk this is that simple.
Yeah.
Talk about it.
Yeah.
Engage in the convo.
Right, and that's what we try to do.
Y'all got a platform right now. You feel me? Not to mention, I'm on a platform right now.
Right.
You feel me? Y'all can really take this. You got a voice.
Yeah.
Talk about it.
Yeah.
Have conversations. To be honest, man, it's crazy to me. And I won't say their names, but there's so many platforms on social media, these big platforms, who literally it's so degrading to black people, man.
And we're not even learning from them.
I don't even I don't follow them, to be honest.
Neither do I.
I want to say their names, but I'm not.
Yeah,
but,
that's even too much.
The type of stuff that the light that they put on us is horrible.
Yeah.
I would it's one station in particular I would never go on their I would never go on their podcast.
And they're gonna ask you because it's tax season.
I'm not going because the way that they treat us and the level of information that they could be providing to their communities of millions of people could change our world.
Yeah.
But instead now, it's not happening.
You're right.
You got a voice. Yeah. Go talk about it. To be honest with you, right now, the biggest piece of social media right now is documenting your lifestyle. Documenting over creating. What does that mean? Right now, we're documenting. We're having a conversation. Believe it or not, you see, I have my videographer that's recording right now, and I'm going to repurpose a lot of this content for myself and then push that out to my community so that they can hear it.
Teaching them.
And talk to them.
I learn from you every day, man. So, I mean, by you even doing that, you have a great impact on me, my friends as well. So, like what you said, just document.
Now it's time for you to take that information and it's time for you to actually use the information.
That's right.
Like right now, do you have life insurance?
No, sir, but I need to.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So before you talk about it, go do it.
Yeah. Term life, simple stuff. You
go
just pay
get it.
Yeah, you're young. It could be it could be like $1 and something a month. Honestly,
go get
I'm
it.
22,
so let's stop talking about it. Go get it.
Yep.
I
told them
where's your credit at? Go get your credit. Go get your credit fixed.
Over 700 right now.
That's what's up.
Yep.
Get the credit fixed.
Yep.
Do these things and talk about these things.
Yep.
Make sure your family is straight. One of the biggest things that you could do right now is everybody in your family can have over 700 credit scores.
Wow.
Everybody in your family.
Easy.
You know that? Easy. Watch this. Do you know that, let's say you got a 700 credit score. I'm going to use you as the example. You got a 700 plus credit score right now. Yeah. How many credit cards you got?
Only one.
You got one.
Yeah.
All right, open up another one. Now you're going to have 2 credit cards now. What I want you to do is, I don't know if you got brothers, sisters, mom, dad. Okay, cool. What you're going to do is, you're going to now add your brother as an authorized user on your credit card. When you add him as an authorized user on your credit card now, that's going to open up a trade line on his credit report.
Wow.
Meaning that as long as your utilization is low and you're using your credit card the right way, all the payments that you've made over the past, let's say 12, 24 months, however long you had the car, all of that is now going to credit to his credit score. So he could wake up the next morning after you added him as an authorized user, his credit score go from 500 to 700.
Wow.
You add him as an authorized user on all your credit cards, right? Boom. Now he got a 700 plus credit score from that. Of course, you got to make sure you're doing the right things because if you don't, that's going to affect him. It could just go right down the line. Just as quick as it's good, it could be bad.
Holds you accountable, though.
Exactly. Yeah. So now you make him an authorized user. Cut up the cards. Don't give him the credit cards to use yours. You just say, hey, I'm adding you as an authorized user just for the benefit of boosting your credit.
Wow.
Now you boost his credit up. Now, what you're going to tell him to do is, yo, bro, what I want you to do is now go apply for 2 credit cards yourself, and then I want you to add mom onto the credit cards. Let's get mom credit straight. Now he add her to the credit cards. Her credit start going up. Now after mom do it, mom add such and such onto the credit card. And you could do that with all of your friends if you wanted to. Y'all best friends. Y'all trying to build businesses. One of y'all need to get y'all credit right, and then y'all need to start adding everybody else's authorized users. Now y'all all walking around here with 700 credit scores and not 500 scores, and no money in y'all pocket, but y'all in the club. Y'all got Jordans on right now that cost $200-something. Y'all trying to get the latest Yeezys.
Not even talk about the price
y'all trying to
of
get the
going
latest
to the
Yeezys
club.
Tattoos as well.
on the
Tattoos
black market
expensive.
for $700-800. Like, come on, we doing that right now.
Yeah.
But y'all can just take easy steps to get y'all 700 credit scores right, and then leverage those credit scores now to go buy property. Leverage those credit scores now to go buy franchises if you wanted to. Leverage those credit scores to do whatever it is you wanted to do if you don't got the capital to do so. So honestly, the reason why we're in the position that we're in today as a community is, number one, a lack of information, and number two, not doing. Too many woke people and not enough action takers.
Right.
Well, I mean, I like to add to that. I would
Yeah,
say
please do.
also too, we focus on these on all these off things, and nobody in the circle is anybody that you want to be like. So, you know, you have nobody of influence that you want to be like.
That's right.
They're not a millionaire. Their credit score is not good. You have nothing to strive for. You have nothing to bounce off of that person. So you were saying, how can we change the conversation? It's the people you're around. If you're not around people that you want to be like, if there's nothing that's being put into your life from the people that you're around, you need a new circle.
That's right.
I live and hang around millionaires. Right?
Mindset. Yeah.
What's going to wind up happening to me?
Yeah.
Everybody in my vicinity is a millionaire.
Wow.
It's only a matter of time.
Right?
Yeah.
So what gets input into me every day?
Millionaire mindset. Yeah.
So if you're around people that don't they all they talk about is strippers and women and that has its appropriate place for whatever time. But if nobody's ever talking about money, if nobody's ever talking about getting to a place of changing anything for the future or changing something for your son because you don't know, so you just realize now I realize I don't know enough about this financial stuff. I got a son that's coming along. I need to figure it out. Otherwise, they're going to be unprepared.
Yeah.
But you have to change that conversation.
So I'll say, just to end this off right now, before we get out of here, I want to do a call to action. Because again, I'm not a woke person, I'm an action taker.
Yes, sir.
Here's the call to action. For those in our community that really want to make a change, they really want to increase their income, they really want to change their family's lives, I have an opportunity for you. If you want to start your own tax business, come to JumpingJackTax. You can download the JumpingJackTax app, and then we can give you all the information on how to start your tax business, and we'll help you. So now, this upcoming season or next season, you're going to be in a totally different tax bracket. And we got the formula for you already.
Wow.
Or, if you want to get your credit fixed, listen to what I just said before. Go do exactly what I just told you to do.
That's right.
Right?
And when you hear, sorry to interrupt you, but when people hear, go open up a credit card, it's kind of intimidating. But there are secure credit cards too that you can get that help boost your credit. Say, I've seen some for as low as like $250. You go get a secure credit card, which means they put the money in like an account or something like that, and then they give you the card with the money on it, kind of like prepaying it, but there's still a credit line. And so if you make the payments on that, your credit's going to go up. If you pay it off, your credit's going to go up. Like,
I have something like that.
You just have to make sure you stay below the utilization rate.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Because if you go in there and charge up, you put $250 on the card, and then you put $250 on and you spend
That's
it,
it.
you're back in the same place you was.
Right.
I got a question. Could y'all speak on, and I hear like she was saying about paying it off. They say it's bad to pay credit cards off. Like, could y'all speak on to that point?
I think when you're in the building phases, when you're in the stages of building your credit, I think it's very important that you want to show some level of utilization and activity on your card. So what that means is that terminology of paying it all the way off, not necessarily true. You can have it paid off. You just want to show utilization on your card.
Yeah, you want to keep it
show
like
activity, and that's it.
50% or something
But
like that.
that's like simple stuff, man.
Yeah.
Like, you should really just be using your card to do it. All that I say is, if you are in the Atlanta area, for sure, make sure that you're going to ATL Tax
We
Man,
got you, man.
his office,
sure.
getting your taxes done. I wanted to be flooded.
Yeah,
Yo,
we got
when
you.
I was at and I love her, man. I was at Slutty Vegan.
Oh yeah,
I
that's
love
what's up.
I love her, and yo, the line was down the block.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, I like for
It's a
burgers.
trap house, man,
This
for
is
some
crazy.
food. Yep.
So it's like, yo, that
Yep.
same line that was down the block
Gotta
for
have the same
Slutty
energy.
Vegan, the same line that was down the block for to get that Popeye's chicken sandwich.
You're right.
With all of them thousand like, yo, how horrible it actually is for your body.
Yeah.
If you're able to do all of that for Jordan's, Popeyes, all of these other companies, man, let's do it for our black-owned companies. And I was inspired by Slutty Vegan and how they did it. Yo, I want to see the line just packed out at his office too.
Okay.
In Atlanta.
The address.
Yeah, the address is 82 Georgia Highway 138.
Yes, sir.
Stockbridge is right across the street from Navy Federal Credit Union.
Okay.
Come out, learn about how your taxes are going to work for you.
That's perfect. And before we leave, where can everybody follow you guys at?
So basically, man, I'll be honest. I don't say my
fined.
social media name
Okay.
because if I do, then I'm gonna get fined. Because social media don't make me any money.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not my platform.
That's
So
right.
the platform that we use is JumpingJackTax app. So
I
where
like
they
that.
can find me, download the
Yeah.
JumpingJackTax app. And you can actually text me on the JumpingJackTax app too. You can find me there, download the app on the app stores and Google Play. You'll be able to talk to me, text me, or find a tax professional that's in your area to get your taxes done this upcoming season.
Yes,
All
sir.
right.
And Keith, for you as well, or no social media? You're the same
I'm
thing.
not in the
I got you. I
tax.
got you.
Mine is ATL tax.
Yes, you are.
Oh, ain't nobody told me about none of that.
Tell them about
He's JumpingJackTax app too.
Right.
He's JumpingJackTax.
I guess I'm get fined now.
Right.
But yeah, really download the mobile app, and ATL Taxman is on the mobile application. You just come out and see us in Stockbridge.
Okay. And I know you guys got to bounce ribbon cutting at 4 p.m., right?
Ribbon cutting at 4
I got to
p.m.
get over
That's
there.
great.
So shout out to
Dope.
y'all. Congrats. It's only the beginning.
Congratulations,
we appreciate
guys.
y'all. Kim, where can they follow you at?
Oh,
Oh, but Kim, she might get fined as well.
no, I am Chocolate GRL Wonder on Instagram. On Twitter, I am Kimmy Coco.
Okay. And you guys can follow me at Mind of Solomon. And make sure to subscribe to our newspaper, ctdatl.com. Thank you guys for listening and for watching as well. Peace.